Pleasure to meet you. How are you? This is my car. My wife and I, we're real estate agents. Work Road. How much do you know about real estate?
Very little. My parents just bought another house recently, so.
Did they? Good. Where did they buy at?
In Flower Branch.
Okay.
They bought through an agent that worked at Norton. She was a friend of ours.
Yeah, a lot of times it works that way. You know, it's who you know, and if you trust them, then you know. A lot of times people know multiple real estate agents. So part of the deal is being available when they're going to be looking.
Right.
Have you thought about real estate as a career?
A little bit, but the market's kind of up and down. So, how's that treated you?
Well, you know what? My wife got into this business about 10 years ago. The market was really, really good. And then I got into it about 4 years ago, and the market had already started to fall pretty hard. But I had watched what my wife had done in real estate. It felt like it was something I wanted to do.
What did you do before?
I was a sales manager for a small company here in Gainesville called McGarry's Business Products. And so I managed people and I sold offices. And it was, kind of got tired of managing other people, having business. I did that for about 23 years. And I wanted to get into something that had a little more flexibility. And that's something I thought had a greater room for income. So it's been good for that.
How often do you work?
And I work just like a regular job, plus 2. So, I mean, you know, you see the market's up and down. There's something happening almost always. You just have to find it. If you work it casually, you make a limited or casual income. You work it hard like a real job, you know, or like if you set a goal, you have the ability to get those. There's 2 types I consider 2 types of real estate agents, or 2 real distinct areas. One is where you represent the buyer, like somebody from Norton probably represented your parents and helping them find a home. Is that what happened? And then there's the other style where you represent the seller and you market their house for them. That's what this Homes and Land magazine is for. It's for us to advertise for, this is Lake Home, we're advertising for this lady who's trying to sell her Lake Home. And in that case, we're trying to draw in buyers. We do both. I think it's good to have a good balance of people you represent who are trying to sell, and then it's good to have people who are out there buying so you can help them find properties. Sometimes the buyer's market is better, sometimes the seller's market is better, but if you got both going on, then you have a better balance of catching the market or making a good thing.
I've always wondered how it works with companies.
Yeah.
Are you employed by them, or do you get your cut by the business deals that you make as a realtor when you sell the property? Or
yeah, let me tell you how we're set up, okay? And then we'll go off of that. We are a contractor for Keller Williams. We don't actually work for them, but we're allowed to put our license with Keller Williams. And there's different types of commission agreements, but we get 80%, and they get 20% of what we make off a transaction. If there's a $100,000 sale, and we represent one side of that transaction, there's usually 2 sides, 2 different agents, then commission would be usually approximately 3%. So there's $3,000 to split between me and the broker, Keller Williams. Okay? So they get 20% of that $3,000. Plus we have other expenses that we have. There's what they call MLS fees, which are multiple listing service fees. Things like these keys that we pay monthly to help us access these door locks, you know, on the door. But if we keep it simple and just say, hey, they get 20, we get 80, then usually they get 20% up to a certain amount, maybe $18,000 a year, and then everything over that, once they get their share, it's 100% bonus. That's basically how it works. There's companies that just charge you a flat fee per transaction. There's some that charge you a percentage of your commission. Some say, you know, no matter how long, how many sales you have, it's always going to be a 10% split. So there's different programs out there, and a lot of it comes down to what type of real estate agent you are. And so you need, if you got into that field, you'd want to interview a number of companies to make sure you're choosing the right.
What kind of training do you have to have?
You know what? It's amazing. I think you need more, but you don't have to have that much. I have a college degree, but you don't need it. You don't have to have a high school degree. All you have to do is train, study, pass a state exam. And the state exam is called the real estate license exam. It's, I think, it's considered 80 hours, I think, of real estate license coursework. If you pass with a 70, then you can get your title to get your real estate license, and then you can take that to another, you know, agency, and your license with that agency, in order to sell.
I'm trying to figure out what it is.
I think it dropped.
Yes, it's right there.
I got it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I saw
Real
it drop.
estate, real estate.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah. Hey, come back and ask questions if you have. All right.
All right, I will.
Yeah, sure.